In the shadow of despair, where the winds of sorrow howl relentlessly and the sky weeps with anguish, there lies a season of storm in our lives. Here, we are engulfed by a tempest of troubles, each waves crushing upon our fragile souls, leaving us battered and broken. Financial burdens weigh heavily upon our shoulders, casting shadows of uncertainty upon our future. The once vibrant color of hope fades into dismal shades of gray as the specter of poverty looms ever closer. Broken relationships, like shattered glass, pierce your heart with shards of pain. The echoes of love lost reverberate through the empty space, haunting you with memories of what once was, but can never be again. The loss of a job, a pillar of stability, leaves you adrift in a sea of uncertainty. The familiar rhythms of daily life are disrupted, replaced by a dissonant cacophony of anxiety and fear. And in the darkest corner of your soul lies the deepest wound of all, the devastating loss of someone so dear, whose absence echoes through the chambers of your heart with each agonizing beat. In your anguish, you cry out to the heavens, searching for solace in the storm. But the heavens remain silent. Your prayer swallowed by the void, doubt creeps in like a thief in the night, whispering insidious lies into your ear. Is God sleeping? Or is He ignoring me? You wonder. Your faith shakens to its very core. Where is God in all of this? Does God exist? But even in the midst of your darkest hour, a flicker of hope remains, a tiny ember amidst the ashes of despair. For in the depth of your suffering, you find strength you never knew you possessed. And though the storms may rage on, you cling to the belief that someday the sun will once again break through the clouds, casting its warm rays upon your weary soul. Though we may be thinking if God is sleeping in the middle of the storm, His omnipotence transcends human comprehension. He answers in actions, not with words, with timing beyond our grasp. Reflecting on the powerful story in Matthew 8 verse 23 to 27, let it be a reminder that even in the midst of life's fiercest storm, there is always hope. Just as Jesus calmed the raging seas with a wave of His hand, so He can bring peace to the raging waters of our lives too. The existence and nature of God are topics that have been pondered and debated for centuries, and while no single explanation can satisfy everyone, many people find comfort and meaning in the belief that God exists and God is actively involved in this world. One perspective is that God is not an absentee creator who simply set the universe in motion and then stepped back, but rather a present and a guiding force. This belief holds that God is with us, providing guidance and support even in the midst of sufferings and chaos. It suggests that God allowed these challenges not as a punishment, but as an opportunity for growth and learning. In this view, suffering, disaster, and chaos are not direct actions of God, but rather consequences of the world's imperfection and the free will granted to humanity. We humans are alone responsible for all the troubles in this world. Our anger, our selfishness, jealousy, hate, and the worst of all, greediness. These are the root cause of wars. The destruction of geographical resources that is causing global warmings, floods, landslide, and more. People killing innocent people for their selfish motives and beliefs. There is one motto remains in my memory for a long time, and it says, in terms of life's choices, no one is responsible for your life but you. You are creating your own life. Although there are things that are beyond our control, like natural disasters and the loss of a loved one, we were born to make mistakes. We were born to make a risk. But we must learn from every mistake to teach us to be smart on our decisions. Not just from our mistakes, but from the mistakes of others too. God is respecting our free will, allowing us to make choices, both good and bad, and to face the consequences of those choices. This doesn't mean that God is indifferent or uncaring. Rather, it reflects a belief in God's respect to our autonomy and the natural order of the world. Through the lens of this perspective, the challenges we face serves as a lesson for personal and collective growth. They can inspire empathy, resilience, and deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And while it may sometimes feel that God is distant or silent, many find solace in the belief that God is always present, offering guidance and support even in the most difficult times. Ultimately, the belief in a guiding and compassionate God provides a framework for making sense of the complexities of life, offering us hope and comfort in the face of adversity. It encourages us to strive for goodness and to find meaning and purpose in our experiences even when they are painful or difficult. Our experiences of suffering may manifest in various forms, but it is crucial to understand that suffering isn't a divine punishment. Rather, it serves as a profound teacher, imparting lessons that fortify our resilience. Consider the image of a bird breaking free from its egg, a poignant metaphor for our own struggles. If we were to intervene and ease the hatching process, the bird would emerge weak and vulnerable, its very survival imperiled, much like the butterfly encased in its cocoon. Prematurely aiding its emergence would only lead to its premature demise. Reflect on our journey through education, from the colorful days of kindergarten to the foundational years of elementary school. Each stage builds upon the last, preparing us for the challenges of high school and beyond. Life mirrors this progression, presenting us with the hurdles and hardships that ultimately shapes our character. Yet, amidst the trials, there lies profound wisdom and growth. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, and every pain, a catalyst for resilience. In our professional lives, the same principles applies. Despite our academic achievements, we're bound to stumble as we navigate the complexities of our careers. However, through continuous learnings and perseverance, we not only overcome our shortcomings but also ascend to greater heights. Each mistake becomes a lesson, propelling us towards mastery and success. So, let us embrace our struggles not as obstacles, but as an opportunity for growth. For within every trial lies the potential for transformation. And within our every setbacks, the seeds of resilience are sown. In the end, it's not the challenges we face that defines us, but how we rise above them, emerging stronger and wiser than before. The idea of God's attentions might seem overwhelming, that He cannot hear your call because there are billions of peoples in this world calling unto Him, praying to Him 24/7. How can He possibly hear your prayers? But let me tell you that His power and presence make this concern insignificant. Think of it like a multitasking computer that works effortlessly while you can listen to the music and searching on the internet, doing a project at the same time. If a mere human creation can do so much, imagine what God, the creator of the universe, can do. His capacity knows no bounds. He can extend His presence infinitely because He is omnipotent and omniscient, that He can hear all prayers all in one listening. He even listens to the prayers of the other religions. He is omnipresent, means He is capable of being at a million places at exactly the same time. No greater human inventions can surpass the power of God. Let me tell you a Christian joke. There is one brilliant scientist, a genius beyond measure, who can create anything in his laboratory. One day, he told God, saying, "God, we don't need you anymore." And God asked him, "Why is that?" The scientist explained that in today's technology, he can create and replicate man and all other living things, and he can even create a miniature sun on the palm of his hand. God said,
Go on, I am listening.
the scientist dares God, telling him, I will prove it to you. I will create a man without your help. God said,
Deal, show me.
Then God took the scientist in an empty space where there is nothing but darkness. The scientist complained, how do you expect me to do something without my laboratory and in darkness? God's response is,
Well, I created everything from nothing. The materials you use came from my creations. Now, create yours from nothing.
the scientist, in his humiliation, he humbly asked God,
In this case, can you at least send me a woman so I can create a man?
God created legions of angels. He assigns at least 3 or more angels for each one of us, recording our prayers, then sending them back to God. While they offer help and comfort, they don't interfere with God's plans, not unless commanded. Instead, they serve as a messenger of His grace, guiding us towards God's purpose. You see, even through the angels, God shows His amazing and unconditional love to us, that He even gave us the team of spirit guards. So in times of uncertainty, take comfort in knowing that God's care is unwavering. Though life may present challenges, we are never alone. God, in His endless love, surrounds us with His presence, seen and unseen, leading us towards His divine plan. Therefore, we don't need to use our ears to hear Him, but to use our heart to feel His glorious presence and watch Him work wonders in your life. All you need is to trust Him, have faith, believe that He is present and actively taking care of you. In the complex web of life, God understands our human nature deeply. We often complain when things don't go our way and easily get hurt physically and emotionally. But we can find guidance in Mark 6, verse 26 to 30, as Jesus said,
Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?
This passage reminds us that God's care surpasses our worries. If you have faith in God, your anxieties and troubles will fade away, replaced with the sense of security and provision. God will alleviate your pain and bring you solace. In Matthew 6, verse 33 to 34, Jesus teaches us to seek first God's kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough troubles of its own. Even when it seems like God is absent, He is always present in our lives, as Isaiah 46 verse 4 to 13 assures us.
Even in your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you.
God is continually at work, even when we can't see it. No matter what is your character, wicked or righteous, God doesn't discriminate. In Revelation 22, verse 12 to 13, Jesus promised, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Offering solace in His imminent return and ultimate justice, God is alive in the past, present, and forever. He is with us throughout our lives. His love and care never ends. From the time we were born until the last moment of our life in this world. When God extends His helping hand, He offers does so through the hearts and hands of people around us. These individuals become vessels of His grace, surrounding us with support, encouragement, and reassurance. In moments of need, God orchestrates the arrival of these compassionate souls to lift us up. When Jesus blinded Saul with his divine presence, who is then became Paul, he sends Ananias to restore his sight. When we are sick, from simple fever to the severe illnesses, it may be diabetes, cancer, and many more, God blessed the doctors and experts the gift of knowledge to cure us. Same when Jesus blessed his disciples the ability to heal the sick and to cast out demons. I witnessed the presence of remarkable individuals during my own trials, reminding me that in the middle of life's storm, there are always rays of hope. Every time I seek God's help and guidance, He never fails to send someone to me in unexpected ways. He even used the person from work I really can't get along with, not knowing that person holds the key to solve one of my big problems. And just as I've been blessed, you too can be a beacon of light for someone else. It doesn't always necessarily a financial help, whether it's an offering of listening ear or a comforting embrace, or a simple act of kindness to put a smile on someone's heart. You have the power to bring warmth and solace to those around you. God understands you intimately, your struggles, your strength, and your potential. He knows your limits and capabilities to help someone. As you seek His blessing and guidance, trust that He is weaving a beautiful tapestry of support and opportunity in your life using the people around you. And to all of you joining me in this journey, whether through this channel or in the spirit, did you know that I've been praying to God to bless my channel to grow? I recently chose this career because I know that this is my true calling. I allowed God to use me to spread His goodness through social media to reach thousands or even millions of people around the world. Know that your presence is no coincidence. God has guided you here, and your support is a testament to His unwavering love and providence. Your presence here is a testament that God is using you as a vessel to help me grow my channel. I am extending my sincere gratitude to all of you watching this video right now. Whether you are new or a constant follower to my channel, thank you my RPXters for subscribing and for inspiring me to make more videos like this so I can encourage and uplift the faith of others. I leave everything in God's hand to grace you and protect you in all of your days. In John 3:16, it's stated that God's love for the world was so immense that He sacrificed His only Son for our salvation. One might question why Jesus, the Son of God, was sent to this world to be born to humble parents, to live as a carpenter's son, rather than being born into royalty with all its opulence and luxury. The profound answer lies in His deliberate choice to experience life as an ordinary person, to intimately understand the struggles, pains, and sorrows that afflict humanity on a daily basis, experiences that are often foreign to the wealthy and privileged. Jesus endured immense suffering, humiliation, and unjust punishment, ultimately facing death despite His innocence. But remarkably, through it all, He harbored no hatred towards humanity. Instead, He consistently demonstrated mercy and boundless love. This serves as a testament to God's profound understanding of humanity. By experiencing the depth of human suffering, He intimately comprehends our trials and tribulation. Let us hold on to faith, for with unwavering belief, we can weather any tempest. Trust in His strength, for after every trial, there is the promise of renewal. Just like the rainbow that emerges after the storm, embrace the journey knowing that with Jesus by our side, we can find calm amidst chaos and emerge stronger than ever before. Remember this, our problems and sorrows, our pains and miseries are only temporary and not permanent, just like the clouds that passes over us. Fear is nothing but just a phantom of lies, a devouring illusion created by the enemies of God to take away our joy, our confidence, to divert our trust and faith, to obscure the truth, and to blind us about the existence of God. Some people asking God to remove their ability to feel pain. But let me tell you, my friend, we are so blessed to have that ability to feel pain. Did you know that there are people who live with congenital insensitivity to pain and face immense challenges as they lack this vital sensory mechanism? It's a genetic cause of a rare inherited condition that leaves people with an inability to feel physical pain, which results in a severe self-inflicted injuries from an early age and can lead to premature death. Our pain is a tool to help us strengthen ourselves and to choose what is right or wrong. So take heart, for every trial is a test of our resolve, a chance to solidify our faith and deepens our trust in the Almighty. Embrace each challenge as an opportunity for growth, knowing that with God by our side, victory is assured. Let not doubt nor despair dim the radiance of your soul, for you are beloved child of God, destined for greatness beyond measure. Remember the last time you sat down with your closest friend, pouring out your heart, sharing your deepest worries and troubles. That's how God wants you to approach Him. He's not distant or indifferent. He's longing to hear from you. He is a loving Father waiting for His child to talk to Him. It's important to remember that God isn't the author of your pain and your sorrow. He designs you for a life filled with purpose and joy. When you feel overwhelmed and feel like giving up, it's natural to turn to God. Ask for a timeout from all of your problems. But He doesn't want you to come to Him in fear or desperation. Instead, He invites you to come with ease. He desires your trust and faith, knowing that He is both powerful and compassionate, always ready to provide for you as a loving Father does for His children. As Jesus said in Matthew 11, verse 28 to 29, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest in your souls." No matter how daunting your problems may seem, remember that God is greater. He's like a towering mountain, steadfast and unwavering. So, rather than telling God how big is your problem, why not tell your problems how big is your God? Trust in His ability to overcome any obstacles and believe in His unconditional love for you. In His presence, find peace, find hope, find strength. God is our very loving Father in heaven waiting for you to call Him. Give Him even a little share of your time. I guarantee you that there is something great awaits you. Always remember, God loves you so much.